When I asked my dad, hey, what should I choose as a career back then? He said 3 things that are very important. First is, what do you like to do? Second is there a market for it? Third is, do you see yourself doing it until a very old age? So as a kid, I love food and I was quite a chubby kid, really fat. Whenever I start eating my mom's food, it's never enough. Dyslexia itself was in me. So like you are born like that, you didn't know that you have dyslexia. You thought it's part of you. So when one day they put a label on you and say, hey, you're dyslexic, I go like, what's that? You kind of read more about it, you're trying to understand because now someone tells you you have a problem, you know, when you don't even realize because you are being you. So from there onwards, I was trained at DAS and many other special schools to read properly and to even conquer dyslexia, which is something that is in me forever.
Dyslexia is a specific learning difference that affects reading, writing and spelling. People with dyslexia usually have problems with memory, processing speed. We design our lessons around their abilities, around what we know that they can do, and we also design our instruction around success. So we ensure that children have success, that they enjoy what they do, and that we go as fast as we can, but as slow as we must. But our dyslexic students, the 10% of students that are in the classroom, will fall behind because they're not able to attend to the curriculum at the pace that it's being delivered.
You see, erase this please.
Why?
Look at that, you're not following. No, you have to touch the top. Did you touch the top?
Yeah. See, it touched the top.
Ezekiel, what did I say? Do your what?
Best?
Yeah. Is this your best?
Yeah.
You can do better, okay? Try. You see, you must touch the... You must touch the top, right? I think it took me a while to come to terms that he may have dyslexia because I thought, okay, maybe I didn't do enough explicit teaching when he was younger, before he entered primary 1. And because we're primarily an English-speaking family and I read a lot of books with him, so by the time, like in primary school, when he started, crying and don't want to go to school, I thought it's very, very weird. And I went to the school to talk about it and say, hey, I think he might have some learning difficulty, maybe it's dyslexia, can you help us? But then they insisted, no lah, he doesn't have.
I suppose as a parent of children with dyslexia, it's important that you learn as much as you can to be able to support your child. You are going to be the best advocate for your child. You know them the best. Partnering with educators and being able to support them because they're going to get frustrated with your child.
I haven't worked in the school system for maybe close to 2 decades, but I've always kept myself in touch with what's happening by reading up. What I've learned about education since I've become a home educator, I have to continually learn and upgrade myself. While my experience as a classroom teacher in the MOE schools has helped me somewhat to better understand how schools function, I cannot rely on my training as a teacher from 20 over years ago to educate my children, because the world has changed. The demands that are placed on our children have changed. I'm going to introduce what kind of balloons, okay? You can see this is 260 because there are two different sizes. Other than fighting and quarreling a lot, they do a lot of things together. Like they would play Lego, they would take the bed sheets and transform the room, the table into some secret hideout. They create things together from recycled materials quite a lot, and that's how they started this Brothers in Anything business, because all they wanted to do is actually play. And I got quite frustrated one day and I said, okay, since you all like playing so much, why don't we find a way to use your play to help you maybe try to earn some money. And that's how they started with their first product. The Brothers Book of Boredom Busters is basically translating all the sort of games and play that they like to do at home onto paper to share it with other children.
Hi guys, welcome back to Brothers in Anything, aka Anything Brothers. Today we'll be showing you how to make the balloon dog, which you can see here. You need a balloon pump or a football pump.
Previously, I was working in a five-star hotel, so I was learning Italian cuisine and Southeast Asian cuisine. Then I went over to a Michelin star restaurant to learn classical French cuisine, fine dining. And you realize that all these are really, really nice to learn, very intense training, perfect cuisine and everything. But we have no intimacy with the customers at all, or the guests. So we can't really see if the food is good or anything. All you get to see is feedback cards. So that is nice, but it's sad because cooking is about sharing the food and looking at your guests enjoying what you cooked or created for them. That's why we started creating private dining, where you have 100% intimacy with the guests. As I grew up, I would read words the opposite way. To me, it's perfectly normal. But to the other kids, it's like, dude, why are you reading the word like that? I mean, you have small little challenges here and there. Even like plating, sometimes you forget if it starts from the left or from the right, or even from upside down or whatever. But I think it's that part that makes it interesting, that makes it fun. So you look at the dish or you look at the problem different from a normal person. Here you go. So what you have here is actually your main course. So we have a duck for today. This duck is from Idaho, US itself. On the top you have your broccolini sauté, and at the bottom you have your pommes mashed potato, finished with duck jus. Enjoy!
Thank you.
To me, success is to be contented with what you want to achieve. So I always set a goal for myself. 6 months ago, success could be starting Make Sense. So now I've reached my goal. What next?
In life, you can become a very successful person just being good at one thing.
I hope to see them being independent adults who are able to lead fulfilling lives and who have the compassion to make lives better for others. But I really hope that they will each be able to find and live the destinies that God has created for them, and that they will be happy living those lives.